I heard y'all was trying to improve your car photography. Well, stay tuned because I got 5 dope tips that will help y'all improve. Stay tuned. Tip number 1. Shoot in any format that you want. And when I say format, either portrait or landscape. Now, if you are like me and you've watched a bunch of like videos and how to do the Instagram stuff, and if you're doing automotive photography, I'm assuming you're posting on Instagram, so I'm using Instagram as the basis here. Everyone says to post it in portrait just because you get that 4:5 crop. Don't even think about it right now, right? So you can shoot in your 4:5 if that's what helps. I'm gonna put a picture right here as an example. You want to let your photo breathe. Whether that means you have to shoot it in landscape, like this one is, shoot it in landscape. If you want to shoot it in portrait, because that's where it'll encompass the environment, shoot it in portrait. Don't overthink it. And if we're using this photo as an example, if I shot this one in portrait, the ship would have been really tight, or it would have been cut off and it would just look very off. So landscape did it justice, and I posted it as a landscape. And I'm not gonna lie, with how I've been shooting lately, I almost prefer to shoot stuff in landscape just because it gets more of the environment and the surroundings of the car. So that's tip number 1. Don't be scared to shoot in landscape, shoot in portrait, landscape, whichever one fits the scene better. Tip number 2, I mentioned this earlier in the first tip, let your photos breathe. Now you don't want it to be so close up to the car where you have one end of the car and the other end of the car, and that's literally your whole composition. Let it breathe a little bit. You know, you want to show some of the surroundings, and I'll show examples right here, but like, you don't want it to be edge to edge where the car's on this, the headlights are right here, and you see the end of the car right at the end of the frame. You don't want to do that. You want to show some of the environment. It makes it feel more loose and more free. You know, when you keep seeing these tight photos, unless it's like a detail shot where you're getting specifically the headlights or the logo or something like that, then that's fine. But if you're doing the whole car, give it some room to breathe. Don't put it edge to edge on the frame. Back up a little bit. Take a step back or zoom out if you have a zoom lens. Let it breathe a little bit. Tip number 3 to improve your car photography: shoot at different angles. Now, a lot of people bash on shooting at eye level. Sometimes eye level hits, but as long as you are also messing with other angles. You know, put your camera damn near to the ground. Shoot up at the car. You know, get a 2-step ladder and you're looking down at the car. You know, walk around the car, do everything. Now, when people say shooting at like eye level sucks, it kind of does, but it works if you're not doing it often. Right now, if you're only shooting right here, you know, then it makes it boring. But if you get all the way down low, you know, put your camera on the ground and take pictures like that, or like I said, get a 2-step ladder and you go up and get all those angles, you'll be amazed with what kind of shot you'll get. Tip number 4, these will be your best friends during shoots, and these are very simple filters. This right here is my variable ND, which are pretty much sunglasses for your lens. And this is a CPL filter, which is an anti-glare filter. Now, these aren't what I would say necessary, but they do make your life a lot easier. I'm gonna start with this one, the variable ND. Amazing when you're shooting in broad daylight. Let's say it's like the afternoon, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock p.m. and sun is super bright outside. And you want to keep your aperture low at like, I don't know, 1.8, 2.8 or whatever, so you still have that shallow depth of field. To make it not overexposed, right here, sunglasses for your lens, variable ND comes in clutch. Now this one is the one I use literally on every single shoot I do. I don't always use a variable ND, always use a CPL, anti-glare. When you're shooting cars, it's gonna reflect like crazy, especially when someone just recently cleaned it and it's super like polished and it's really nice and the paint is immaculate. The amount of glares you're gonna get is crazy. So you just throw this on, you start fiddling with the ring, and you'll see it on your camera what's removing, what glares on the car is being removed. Use that. It makes a world of a difference with your photography, and it also makes your post editing process a lot easier when you don't have glares that you have to worry about overexposing that's on the car. So CPL filter and variable ND comes in clutch. Tip number 5. This one, keep practicing. I can't advocate for this enough. I've been doing automotive photography for about probably a year now, honestly, and I am still practicing. This literally maybe a month ago is when I first started really being happy with the work that I'm doing. And like, as you can see with this photo, this photo, this photo, I feel like I've been doing a better job with not only during the shoot, but like editing and stuff like that. It's all starting to come together, and I'm starting to understand it more. Why? I've been doing shoots, do a shoot here, do a shoot there, all for free, I might add, just so I can get my feet wet, practice some more, go out and shoot my own car, Lila, you know, that build. And just doing that, you know, I'll get different shoots, different locations, different times, different exposure, and keep editing to see what I can do and what I like. Just keep practicing. That's your best friend. The more you do it, the better you get. Makes sense? So keep practicing. Keep practicing. Alright, y'all. That was not 2, but 5 dope tips, quick tips to help y'all improve your automotive photography. Please, I'm holding my Lego GTR. Feel it, focus, focus. Yeah. But I hope that helped y'all. Let me know if it did. Implement these tips. I promise y'all, practice and use the other tips that I gave y'all, and you will start to see improvement, and I hope y'all do. Let me know if y'all like that. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Deuces. That was pretty lame.